for YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some great news as former WBC American Heavyweight World Champion, Olympic bronze medalist, superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, 42 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 41 big wins by way of knockout. He's 35 years of age, stands at 6'7" with an 83-inch arm reach. He will be making his ring return in May. Now, Deontay Wilder, he broke his right hand. Deontay Wilder, he was on medical leave after being knocked out by undefeated rival, two-time heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. That took place October 9th, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the T-Mobile Arena. With that said, Deontay Wilder, many people question what's the future hold for Deontay Wilder. So Deontay Wilder, he sat down with his wife, Telly Swift, and they did an exclusive interview. And she asked Deontay Wilder what's his future plans. And he confirmed that he is indeed ready to make his ring return. Now, Deontay Wilder, he has a broken hand. He has to recover from that. And he's on 6-month medical suspension after being knocked out by Tyson Fury. That was a historic instant classic where it was 5 knockdowns. Deontay Wilder hit the deck twice in the 3rd round. He dropped Tyson Fury twice in the 4th round, and ultimately he was knocked out in the 11th round. Okay. So with that said, it was a historic instant classic fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Okay. Which saw, Tyson Fury the victor, and Deontay Wilder, he stated that, things didn't go his way, but at the end of the day, he's still, looking forward to the possibilities of becoming a 2-time heavyweight world champion. And interesting, Telly asked Deontay Wilder about former unified world champion, Mexican superstar, heavyweight boxer, Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, Andy Ruiz created history when he dropped Deontay Wilder's rival, 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer Anthony Joshua. He dropped him 4 times and ultimately stopped him in the 7th round of their June 1st, 2019 showdown at Madison Square Garden, which was Anthony Joshua's United States heavyweight professional fight debut. Okay. Andy Ruiz, he created history. He became the first Mexican fighter to become a heavyweight world champion. Okay. Then they fought again in December in an immediate rematch. And Anthony Joshua, he won a unanimous decision. Andrew Ruiz, he simply did not come in shape. Andrew Ruiz did not, take it serious. He let that be known that he didn't take it serious. He was still celebrating the high of his victory over, he was still celebrating the high in the victory over Anthony Joshua. So, and he didn't want to go to, the fight took place in Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Andy Ruiz wasn't happy about that. He did not want to go there and travel and fight. So, he wasn't motivated. And I stated this, Andy Ruiz, that was the biggest fight of his career, the second fight. Okay. The first time, nobody saw him coming. Okay. Andy Ruiz, 34 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, stands 6'2" with a 74-inch arm reach. Okay. So, nobody saw Andy Ruiz coming the first time, okay? And I stated the biggest fight of his career is the second fight to prove that he indeed belongs on this big stage, that it wasn't a fluke, that, he has the skills, that it was the talent. It wasn't a fact that he was being overlooked. And he just didn't prove it, okay? He came in nearly 300 pounds. He wasn't motivated. He was, celebrating the victory. And so Andy Ruiz, he got outboxed. He couldn't keep up with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was utilizing the ring, moving around the ring, and Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz had no answer. So with that said, Telly, she brought up Andy Ruiz, and she stated, what's the possibility of fighting Andy Ruiz? And Deontay Wilder confirms that's a possibility in May, right? Obviously, he has to heal from the broken hand. Another big fight that he stated is a possibility is WBA, World Boxing Association's regular champion, undefeated heavyweight, American star boxer Trevor Bryan. Trevor Bryan, 21 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, stands at 6'4" with a 79-inch arm reach, okay? Trevor Bryan, he beat a rival whom Deontay Wilder beat twice in Bermane Stavern for the vacant WBA title, regular title. What's interesting is the WBA, they moved Deontay Wilder up in their heavyweight ranking system. Deontay Wilder had always previously been ranked in the WBC, World Boxing Council organization ranking system. He's never been ranked in any other ranking system, okay? Once he became a world champion, okay, that completely went away. And now he's back in the WBC #1 ranking because the WBC, they're concerned that, Tyson Fury may vacate the belts. They don't know what the future holds for Tyson Fury. They're skeptical that Tyson Fury is going to face his WBC mandatory challenger and British star heavyweight title contender Dillian the Body Snatcher White. And so they're making plans just in case. And they placed Deontay Wilder back as the #1 WBC mandatory challenger. Okay. So if Tyson Fury decides to vacate the belts, then you'll see Dillian White and Deontay Wilder fight for the vacant WBC title. With that said, Trevor Bryan is ranked, is the regular champion in the WBA. Alexander Usyk, undefeated unified heavyweight world champion, who's the former undisputed cruiserweight champion, who is going to go into a highly anticipated rematch with Anthony Joshua after he defeated Anthony Joshua to become a 2-division world champion. Alexander Usyk is 19 wins, no losses, no draws, and they're looking to fight again in March, April. Okay, so with that said, Trevor Bryan is the regular champion. Deontay Wilder is now ranked at number 5 and 6. It changes. #1 in the WBA system is Daniel Dubois. #2 is Michael Hunter. #3 is Robert Helenius, which is also an interesting possibility. Hughie Fury is at #4. Anthony Joshua is at 5. And Deontay Wilder is at 6. Andy Ruiz is at 8. And Cabral is at #7. Okay, so what's interesting is Robert Helenius, 31 wins, 3 losses, no draws. Okay, Robert Helenius was a sparring partner of Deontay Wilder's. Robert Helenius, he just had 2 big shocking victories over Polish superstar heavyweight title contender Adam Kownacki, which nobody saw coming. Everybody picked Adam Kownacki. It was supposed to be a stay busy, contender type of fight back in March of 2020. And Robert Helenius upset Adam Kownacki, okay, surprisingly. And then Robert Helenius just beat Adam Kownacki again on the undercard of Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3. And so he's at #3. What's interesting is Robert Helenius was Deontay Wilder's chief sparring partner for Tyson Fury. So they have similar, they have history. They're familiar with one another. And he's a big heavyweight. And now Deontay Wilder's in that ranking system. Obviously, Deontay Wilder wants to go straight to the top. But Robert Helenius is a possibility. Trevor Bryan, who's the regular champion, makes more sense for Deontay Wilder because beating Trevor Bryan puts Deontay Wilder as the #1 ranked mandatory challenger for the WBA winner of Alexander Usyk-Anthony Joshua fight. And he'll be #1 in the WBC, okay? Like I said, Andy Ruiz, he's ranked at #8 in the WBA rankings, okay? So it just makes sense to go look for. Now, Andy Ruiz, namesake-wise, is a bigger name than Trevor Bryan, okay? Deontay Wilder's #1 in the WBC, and Dillian White is the mandatory. Essentially, he's 28 wins, 2 losses. He's the WBA regular champion, you want to say, okay? Or interim champion, okay? Deontay Wilder's #1, 2 is Joe Joyce, and 3 is Andy Ruiz in the WBC rankings, okay? So it just makes sense. Tyson Fury obviously is the is the super champion, and Andy Ruiz is #10 in the IBF rankings. So Andy Ruiz, he represents the bigger name fight, okay? Trevor Bryan, he represents the more important fight, because Trevor Bryan, beating Trevor Bryan puts you right in line, okay, to become the mandatory for the titles, and that's where Deontay Wilder wants to be. Okay, Deontay Wilder wants to be in a position where he's fighting for a world title. Obviously, I favorite Deontay Wilder to be Andy Ruiz and Trevor Bryan. Okay, more so Trevor Bryan than Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is a, I would say 70-30 fight for Deontay Wilder. Trevor Bryan to me is an 80-20 fight for Deontay Wilder. Andy Ruiz may even be a 60-40 fight with his skill set, his hand speed, and his technical prowess. Okay. But Deontay Wilder's power. We saw Andy Ruiz hit the deck against Chris Arreola. He struggled with Chris Arreola, whom Deontay Wilder stopped with a jab. Then Chris Arreola is nowhere near the guy he once was when Deontay Wilder fought him. So with that said, I think Andy Ruiz, the right hand he took from Chris Arreola, it dropped him and hurt him. We saw him dropped by Anthony Joshua in the first fight. And so Deontay Wilder's power is the last thing to go, okay? And so, his speed is still there. He's still hungry. And so I think he'll land something on Andy Ruiz, and he'll eventually knock out Andy Ruiz, okay? And Trevor Bryan as well, okay? Trevor Bryan, I believe, is less talented than Andy Ruiz Jr., but he's going to be hungry. It's an opportunity. And Trevor Bryan at this stage in his career would chomp at the bit to get an opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder because it represents the biggest payday of his career. So it just only makes sense. But that's all I got for y'all. Let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Deontay Wilder confirms he will be coming back. Looks like May will be his return. And it looks like it's going to be between Andy Ruiz and Trevor Bryan. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.